Hi everybody and welcome back to some more MotoGP 20 here on this channel. This is part number 38 of my career walkthrough. Now in today's episode we head to Australia for Phillip Island, a very challenging circuit and one I am looking forward to. And oh, we got perfect weather for it as well. So let's get straight into today's race. Oh, are we going to meet the threshold? I think this is going to be very close. No, we failed again. A 131.2. Now, my advice to you guys, do not miss out upgrading the engine. Now, mine's only at 50%. I have got an upgrade which will be ready for the next race in Malaysia. But 50% isn't enough when you get to this stage and you lose so much time on the straights on this circuit. And I'm not going to be able to keep up with the other bikes. I think this is going to be the biggest test we've had. 9 laps around Phillip Island with half the power of most of the other bikes in the race. It's going to be a very interesting one. But I'm going to keep going. If I can get to top 15, I'll be happy with that. But at this moment in time, we're sitting in 11th place. This is the free practice, but normally in the free practice, they don't run as fast as they do in the qualifying. But I'll see if I can push it a little bit harder on this lap. I mean, I do like this circuit. I've got nothing against the circuit at all. I think the setup is working okay. We just don't seem to have the same pace as our teammates either. I mean, Marco is just set at 131.8 and we're nowhere near that at the moment. Let's see if we can, again, just trying to power out a little bit too early there. Let's just try and get nice and tight here and open the throttle again and to see if we can get to line. I might have to play with the gearing. Might be able to get a little bit more out the bike, and that is the quickest time we've had, and again it's not fast enough for the quick lap simulation. We just don't have the pace, so we're going to fail the test today as well. Oh, this is a frustrating one. So that was a 130.9. That was a little bit better, but still a long way off the other bikes. Right, that is the end of free practice, and we were 11th fastest in free practice. Thomas Luthi with a 130.1, and we're just nowhere near that. Not with that engine, and it's going to be a real shame. It's going to be a tough old qualifying. Right, so here we go. I've just adjusted the gearing. This is all or nothing. I've got to try and push this bike in every corner just to find that little bit of time. So I'm going to have to take some risks. I'd like to get at least row 4 if I can get it, but I don't think I'm going to, but I'm going to try. Definitely not going to get into the low 130s. And we are 0.3 down in the first sector. Let's see if we can have a nice smooth run into this corner. This one could be a tricky one. Drop it down, turn it in, and smooth on the throttle again. Oh, I'll take that, that wasn't too bad. Again, just trying to swing it into that corner and slowly open the throttle. Oh, I'm actually pleased with that. That wasn't too bad. And we're only 0.2 off the time that's been put in. I don't know what the time is. So I'm trying to keep this steady. And if we can get a good run down the hill into that right-hander, we might be able to have a chance of just trying to push our fastest lap. Again, 0.2. But it's the last sector where I'm losing time. I just can't. Oh, that's not going to help. And again, just trying to push it. Just don't have the acceleration. Again, just fighting with the bike to the line. What position are we going to get? And, oh, a 130.8, but, oh, God, that's not fast enough. Right guys, this is a learning curve. You cannot get to the end of the season with only 50% of the engine upgraded. It's not going to help you. And we're going to be starting 13th on the grid. Baldassarri with a 130.0. We were almost a second off that. Let's have a look. It was, well, 0.8. That's a lot of time. It's going to be one hell of a struggle in today's race.
Hello, we are joining you live from the Phillip Island circuit for the long-established Australian round of the Moto2 World Championship. As you can tell from the footage, we're broadcasting from the track. We're looking forward to great weather for the race.
Right, so here we go with the race. 9 laps. I'm going with the hard. I'm not going to risk it around Phillip Island. I think the tyres will chew up quite a bit, especially when I'm going to be trying to push to keep up with the others. So it's all or nothing. Can we finish in the top 10? Well, that's my target. So let's get straight into today's race. Right, we really do need a good start here. And off we go. Try and control that front. And just getting a good drive. Oh, that was a good drive. We have adjusted the gearing and we've got away really well. And that is good. Just trying to hold that as Thomas Luthi and Schrotter come flying in that corner. Let's just try and stick with them. Oh, Sam Lowes has gone down. Fellow Brit's gone down. Not so good on that first turn. Just trying to hold it. I've got my teammates behind me. And we managed to get up to P4. That is a fantastic start, but are we going to be able to hold them off? I'm not so sure, but I'm going to try my best. I'm going to have to use all my defensive skills. And just trying to start off. They're all on softer tyres than me, so they're going to be able to hold those lines. Oh, Luca has gone down. Not so good for the team. And I think he flew in that corner behind me at, what was it, turn 4 at, he was going too fast, couldn't brake, probably come off. And we're just trying to stick with the 2 teammates in front of us, Schrotter and Luthi, and they're having a bit of a battle. And it looks like Baldassari is absolutely flying away, settling into a good rhythm. And oh, don't. Oh, God, almost landed in the grass then. And no, don't want to drop another position. Just keep that line tight. We're probably going to be overtaken on the straight anyway. But look at them, they're flying away. Just don't have the power. We lack power. The one thing that I should have... Oh, I'm going to have this problem in Malaysia as well, I think. Oh, we're going to really end this season with a bit of a few bad results. We haven't had a win in a few rounds, but it's all down to engine. The bike frame and everything else is absolutely fine. Just lacks that bit of edge. Just trying to hold those lines, don't want to drop any more places, and just trying to keep Luthi and Schrotter in a decent distance, but I don't think we're going to be able to. They're just going to keep on pulling away. The only edge I have is maybe in the corners as we go into that corner a little bit too deep. God dear, I've got some heat behind me. Just be careful in the turn. Oh my God, I'm fighting with the bike already. I think I'm going to have to try not to use too much of Power 2 because I think these tyres will literally disintegrate so quickly around this circuit, especially on the left side, as you do lean a lot on the left side around this circuit. And down here, let's keep this a little bit tighter. And we've just got Luthi in our sights. But he is hanging on to his teammate as well. Luckily, they're still within distance. If we can just get these tyres up to a decent temperature and they scrub in, but we still can't match the pace. Just got to try and just hang in there. We're just over a second behind. Let's see if we can get a nice turn. 9 laps around this circuit it's tough. It's extremely tough. I'm glad that it didn't rain though. It could have been even worse. And just hanging on to P4, which would be a good result, I think. 13th on the grid. I can't complain if we can just get to the end. It really looks like we're starting to gain on Luthi here. And it looks like Baldassari is definitely pulling away, and he could be on for his first win in this season. And he has dropped a few points lately, so he would definitely want to get 25 today. As we're starting to gain on Luthi, let's try and pull into this corner. That's nicely done. And oh my God, he's really dropped on the pace, and we just make contact. Oh, we don't want to come off here. Just hold it, hold it. And we've got the inside down the hill, tight in onto the apex. And we've managed to get past Luthi. I don't know what has happened to him, whether he's got issues or he has really dropped off the pace, and I think he's dropped another pace behind as well, but Schrotter has managed to maintain his pace, and he's still trying to stick with Baldassarri, but it looks like we have got third position at this moment in time, but we've got to try and hold on to it though. We have got quite a few riders that are still sticking behind us, and we've still got a long way to go, only on lap 4. Looking at the tyres, they don't still look pretty decent. Trying to manage that really well. I think we could have gone with a softer front, but I just didn't want to risk it. Just try and hold it. Be good on the brakes again, into this turn. And that will do nicely. Can we just latch on to Schrotter here? Try, but it's just on the straight. It just keeps on. As soon as you get onto the straights, they pull away. I think we've got Fabio behind us, and this is a first. Normally crashes out every race, so let's see if he gives us any grief around here. Be careful, be careful. Just trying to overdo it. Getting a little bit ahead of myself, because at the moment I'm sitting in a podium position after starting 13th on the grid. And if these two in front, if they have tyre issues into the latter stages of the race and I can maintain mine, this could be one of the best turnarounds ever after that really poor qualifying. Let's come to the end of lap 4. But we need to find some time. A 1:31.5 is not quick enough. Luthi is down to 5th place. That is very interesting how he just suddenly dropped off. So we try and keep that tight. Oh, really struggling to push that through there. And we've got about half a second gap between us and 4th. So brake, brake, brake. And that's nicely done again. I feel like we're catching Schrotter here, but can we get him like we did his teammate? Just keep it steady. Gives me something to fight for, and I'm not going to give up. I'm going to keep pushing. If I crash, I crash. We've already won Moto 2. We've only got 2 more rounds. Got Malaysia and Valencia. Why not go out knowing that I tried my hardest to win every single race? Again, just trying to go into there as quick as I can. It's only just over a second. This is not a bad lap for me. I'm trying to stay consistent. Coming towards the end of lap 5. Laps are just disappearing. This is quite a quick circuit. And that was slightly quicker. We're still pushing hard. That is a decent time, really, considering. And again, just trying to turn it in. Oh, flipping out, just struggling just to power out of the corners. It does cost you a bit of time. Right, need to be smooth on the brakes into this corner. Oh God, no, 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 no. Oh my God, that was a close one. Just left it a little bit too late then. Almost went straight off the circuit, and that's going to cost me a bit of time as well. Just as I thought I was closing in on Schrotter as well. Oh, for God's sake, it's 2 seconds. That could be my chance over now. But now I'm going to have to keep an eye out on the bike behind. So coming towards the end of lap 6. And that's not too bad into there. I think that for us is all about trying to hold on to third, I think, now. Oh, why did I make that mistake? I'm normally pretty decent on that corner. Just took my eye off the ball. And that was, yeah, look at that, half a second slow. Look, they're pulling away now, look, just over 2 seconds. Got 3 3 more laps left. And the tyres are looking okay. Just got to hang in there and hope that we can finish in this position. And we've got about a second ahead of 4th. And again, I must admit, I couldn't understand why some of the others were so slow off the mark. I mean, normally the starts, the AI are pretty quick, but so many of them struggled, and that might have been just the change of gear ratio that I changed, but boy did that help. I just absolutely annihilated everyone off the line. But it's not the acceleration I have the issue, it's the straight line speed, especially coming into the higher gears. See, I was getting sort of just over 180 miles an hour on the straights, and I think they were probably closer to 190. That does make a hell of a difference. Again, just struggling around that turn, and that is lap 7 out the way, and we are trying to push. That was a bit better. We're being consistent in the 131s, but we need to be in the 130s really, if not faster. 2 more laps to go. Sort of keeping my fingers crossed that one of these two in front of us has slight tyre issues, but it doesn't look like it's happening yet. Just over 2.5 seconds, but we are starting to put away from 4th, so that could be tyres. So, and again, just completely doing that corner. Oh bloody hell, really overdoing the corner now. Don't make any mistakes, Cole. We're so close to the end. Just 1.5 laps to go, and we're definitely pulling away from P4, which is really good to see. So it's that, I think that's definitely tyres. See, we still got decent grip. And just trying to push it, and it looks like Schrotter is closing in on Baldassarri coming towards the final lap. Can Schrotter take the first winner away from Baldassarri, which hasn't had much luck? It's going to be very interesting, but we're not going to be anywhere near that battle as we come to the final lap. And again, we've dropped off a bit on time-wise, and we have not got anything left to give. All we can do is hold this position. It would have been one hell of a race. If we had the same engine power, it would have been, what a battle that would have been. 9 laps. I'm so annoyed with myself. I didn't realise that the engine would affect us this much. I thought it did in the last couple of races. But yeah, just really affected us here. So when we go into MotoGP, we know once we get to Phillip Island, we've got to have that engine at least 80% and above. 50% is not enough. Come on, not far to go now. And it looks like it's going to be a win for Baldassarri. I'm not sure whether... Oh no, look at them, they're so close. They're going to batter it right to the end. Oh, God, I wish I could see who's going to... They're going side by side. It looks like they're really close, battling over the final corner. Are they going to take each other off? That would be really, really good for us, as we're just trying to hold that final corner. And I don't think they're going to knock each other off, but who's going to win? We're going to find out very, very soon. Is it Baldassarri? Yeah, you go. Baldassarri wins his first race in this career. And I get 3rd. From 13th on the grid. I'm not going to complain. There you go. Fabio in 4th. What a result for him. Thomas Luthi, I don't know what the hell happened to him. Dropped off into 5th. Bastianini in 6th. And, well, you know what happened to Marini. He crashed on the first lap. Right, so let's have a look at this start. This was actually one of the best starts I've had all season, but a shame it was from 13th on the grid. But But look at the start that Baldassarri got really good off the line, and he went straight into that first corner. He was not going to make any mistakes, and the two teammates, Schrotter and Luthi, were just bumping me around a bit, just making it known that they weren't going to get pushed around. And I did have Luca Marini behind me, but he obviously crashed, and that was the end of his race. But all in all, that was a pretty good start. Right, so here we are looking at the overtake when I managed to catch up with Thomas Luthi. I think he had issues. I don't know what they were. Did make a little bit of contact there. I was worried he was going to force me out in a difficult position, but just managed to hold it there. Down the inside, he went really, really wide into that turn, and he also got overtaken by Fabio as well. So he was just really struggling and dropping off the pace. But shame I couldn't catch up with Schrotter. But all in all, I'm happy with my position. Right, so that is the end of the race. Let's have a look at the results. So Baldassarri gets a win, Schrotter in second, Fabio in the top 5. He hasn't been there pretty much the whole season. Luca Marini down in 11th. That's not a bad recovery after crashing. Marco, another poor result. So let's have a look at the points. So Baldassarri back into 3rd position, ahead of Nagashima and Luthi. I think that's going to be a really close finish. I think these three are going to battle over that 2nd spot. They've got 2 more races, and with my engine not up to 100%, I think in Malaysia it's going to be tough. I'm not sure whether the next upgrade, where that gets it. It was on 50%. It's got an upgrade. It might be 10%. It might be 15%. We're going to find out. But yeah, it's going to be very, very interesting to see if I struggle around there as well. And if it's wet, that could be an issue as well. Malaysia is very, very difficult in the wet. And then we end off the season in Valencia. And you know what? I'm going to try hard to win that one, because I want to end the season with a win. Although we are already the Moto2 champion. But we're going to be racing for Repsol Honda for 2 seasons. And you've got to be excited about that. It's going to be tough. It's going to be another learning experience as well, because it's going to be more power, faster speeds, and the bike, you've also got aerodynamics to upgrade on that, so there's going to be a lot of development points needed to be earned in that. Right, let's have a look if we can see if we've got that engine upgrade. I think we should have. And oh, so it goes up to 62%. Still not brilliant, but it's better than 50%. And we go to Malaysia in the next round. Thank you so much for watching, guys. There's only 2 more rounds left, and then we're going to be in MotoGP. It's going to be awesome. Stay tuned, because it's going to be a very interesting one. See you later, guys.